Hi there, I'm Gabby, and I decided to make this video about my background. I know it can be really useful to know a little bit about someone if you're going to look at their content or if you're interested in any information that they have. You want to know that they're kind of legit, right? So, I worked in TV for a very long time, and I also suffered very severe depression between my late teens to my early 30s. Had a spontaneous experience in my early 30s that led me to be more interested in consciousness and what it is to be a person, what it is about the mental realm, the emotional realm, and the physical body. And this education you don't really get taught unless you seek it out. Lots of anxiety and depression in society, and really you have to go and find out your own information and and use your discerning mind and what works for you too and what resonates, because there's a lot of information out there about how to overcome yourself and your well-being and just feeling more whole and balanced. So I did that for a very long time, went to a lot of courses. I did a degree in counseling, and I also worked as a hypnotherapist and a mindfulness and meditation teacher. So I learned a lot from working with people. I truly believe in mindfulness and meditation as tools to get through, to overcome yourself, to feel peace, to um, take yourself out of a stressful state of being, and truly just feel a love for life and a love for yourself. And I'll just share a story with you about how I came about getting on this path. And this was long before I had the sort of spontaneous experience, which I may explain some other time. But when I was about 27, I was traveling through India and I was in Dharamsala, and where the Dalai Lama lives, and he happened to be it present in Dharamsala, which is quite unusual, especially at that time. He travelled very frequently. So got an opportunity to queue up with a whole lot of other foreigners in this courtyard outside his residence to meet him, shake his hand, and receive a piece of red blessed string. I remember standing in the courtyard and someone said, "There he is." And I turned and I just felt his presence. He was across the courtyard. There he is, this small Tibetan man wearing his robes and laughing, smiling, so full of joy. And I could just sense his auric field. I don't know what else you'd call it. And it felt like it went all the way to Tibet, or it wrapped around the whole world. It was the most amazing feeling to be in that, in his energy. And I just, at that time, I was still in my depressive state and I couldn't understand how he could be this person. I just couldn't get my head around it, especially, he's a political prisoner. He's exiled from his country. He may never see his homeland again. He's been demonized by the Chinese government. I just couldn't understand how he could be so happy. How is he not just angry? Which was my state of mind at the time. And I'm so feel so glad and grateful and thankful that I am such a different person from that person that viewed the Dalai Lama, even though he definitely planted a seed in me because I just couldn't, how could he be this peaceful? But when you practice mindfulness and meditation, you can be that peaceful, you can be that joyful. It doesn't matter what's going out on externally, internally you can feel that bliss and joy and just happiness for life. And it just doesn't, nothing else can touch it. I later saw him in an interview many years later, and someone asked him, the interviewer asked him, do you ever get angry? And the Dalai Lama, he laughed and laughed and laughed with his such a joyful laugh he has, says, "I get so angry." And I thought that was spot on. Even though you're the Dalai Lama, even though you're filled with joy and peace and love, of course you get angry. You're still a human being. You're still experiencing what you're experiencing in the world. And so even though you may have something, you feel like spiritually enlightened or you feel peaceful or joyful or blissful, we still operate in the world, and that's okay too. And to lovingly accept all aspects of ourselves, I think, is key as well to balance, and not expecting it to be a one-sided world, not expecting that every day your meditation is going to take you to a better place, or more, you're going to go up some, invisible ladder and be more zen. Some days you'll feel zen, some days you won't feel zen, but you'll always have that. You've always planted the seed that will just grow and sprout and experience over time. I'm just a huge advocate for it. Meditation will definitely take you out of depressive, anxious states. I've gained a lot of knowledge, so I'm just here to share it. Offered if you want to hear it. I spend a lot of money on lots of courses, personal development, and I'm just going to offer what I know for free. Obviously, there's plenty of great teachers that are worth checking out and reading their books and watching their content. I hope you gained some knowledge and information. I'd love to hear from you. I'm always learning, so if you have something that you can share with me, I'm open to it. And thanks again for watching. Bye.